Master's voice echoed through the bright, open classroom, where a few students had gathered to listen to another one of his curious lessons. "Ah, the Hermit," Master began with a grin, an old man walking around with the lantern like he's lost in the dark. "And what does he carry inside that lantern, you ask? Why, wisdom, of course, but not just any wisdom, the kind you only find when you're all alone." The students leaned in a bit, eager to hear more. "Let me tell you a story. It's about a woman named Zoe." Now, Zoe lived in a very busy city, one of those places where people walk faster than cars drive. Her life? Oh, it was chaos. Meetings, deadlines, phone calls, and social events. If you sent her a text, you'd get a reply within 10 seconds. You know the type, right? Some of the students chuckled, recognizing the modern hustle in Master's description. One day, Zoe's life took a strange turn. She was rushing to meet her friends for brunch when bam! Her phone died, completely dead. And not just needs to be charged for 5 minutes dead. No, this was the "it's going to the big smartphone graveyard in the sky" kind of dead. Zoe panicked. I mean, her phone was her lifeline. How would she know what was happening in the world? What if she missed an email? Or worse, what if she missed a meme? So she rushed to a phone store to get it fixed. But, oh no! The store was closed for the day. Zoe stood there staring at the locked door in disbelief. "How am I supposed to live without my phone?" she thought. And then, for the first time in years, she realized there was no rush. Nothing was pulling her. No notifications, no buzzes, just silence. So what did she do? Something she hadn't done in forever. She went back home, dusted off her old hiking boots, and decided to go for a walk. One student raised her hand.
"Like in nature?"
"Exactly, nature, trees, birds, fresh air, all those things we only see in Instagram posts," Master replied with a grin. Zoe headed out to a quiet park just outside the city. It was a place she had forgotten even existed. As she started walking, she felt strange. She wasn't listening to music, no podcasts, no one talking to her. It was just her, and the soft sound of her boots pressing into the dirt path beneath her. Master paused dramatically, pacing the room like he was retracing Zoe's footsteps. As she walked deeper into the park, she found a path that led up a hill that overlooked the entire city. And there at the top was an old bench, probably older than her grandmother. It had seen better days, but it looked like it had stories of its own. Now Zoe sat on that bench, looking out over the city she had been rushing around in for years. For the first time in who knows how long, she just sat. No phone, no distractions, just sat. At first, she felt a little twitchy, like maybe she should be doing something. She even reached for her non-existent phone out of habit. But then she laughed. "Here I am," she thought, freaking out over silence. "How did I get here?" And that's when it hit her. Zoe realized that she had been so caught up in the noise, the notifications, the rush, that she hadn't heard her own thoughts in years. She hadn't really listened to herself. By the time Zoe got up from that bench and hiked back down the hill, she wasn't the same person who started that walk. She didn't need her phone to feel connected. She didn't need the constant buzz to feel important. She had found something far more valuable: peace. And that peace gave her the answers she had been looking for all along. Now, that's the lesson of the hermit. It's not about hiding from the world or disappearing into a cave forever. No. It's about taking time to step back, to separate from all the noise. The hermit holds his lantern high because he's lighting his own path, finding his own truth without the distractions of the world. When was the last time you allowed yourself to just be quiet, to really listen to what's inside? You don't need to go hiking like Zoe, but you do need to find your own quiet space, even if it's just for a few moments. Master looked around the room, his expression serious but kind. You see, we all have a hermit inside us. That part of us that needs a break, that needs time alone, away from the endless noise of the world. It's not about loneliness, it's about solitude. There's a difference. One student hesitated before raising his hand.
Master, are you saying we should throw away our phones?
Master laughed heartily, shaking his head. No, keep your phones, but don't let them control you. Use them, but don't let them be the only thing that connects you to the world. Sometimes the best connection you can make is with yourself. So, I leave you with this. When was the last time you gave yourself the gift of silence? Not just turning down the volume, but truly stepping away from it all. Maybe there's something you've been searching for, but you're looking in the wrong place. Maybe it's not out there in the world. It's inside you, waiting for a quiet moment to reveal itself. When was the last time you escaped the chaos to embrace the stillness? What hidden truths could be waiting for you in the silence?